Okay, people, bear with me. I'm in between jobs, so I'm getting ready to go to my night job tonight. So I just had to squeeze this in for no. Look, when you cut people off in life, the people that you strongly cut off, like meaning that you don't deal with them, period, and you're working with them, these are co-workers. What happens is them types who you completely cut off and you don't deal with no more, they envy who you may still talk with, who you may chat with. And so what happens is, since they envy that, they may manipulate the person who you still may be talking to, just not even strongly even talking with these people. Your enemy who you cut off envies if you just laugh or crack a little bit with people who you may not have a problem with. And so what they do on the sidelines is manipulate them on how they should perceive you by smear campaigning, gossiping, lines, little stupid crack jokes or whatever. They on the sideline throwing gestures on how they should now deal with us for the time being while they're there. And here's the thing. I tell people, you are your own enemy. You become your own enemy. This is why the chosen ones, the anointed ones, gets a little irritated dealing with people of the world. The people of the world who are manipulated by these people's tactics, it irritates us because they are foolish. They fall for it. These are people who can't think for themselves. These are people who don't have discernment. They don't have godly wisdom to pick up on what these people are doing. If I'm cool with Timmy and I know Timmy don't talk to, let's just say, David. Timmy don't deal with David. You can tell, you can see that they don't communicate. But David always come to me and always saying something about Timmy. Always got something to say about Timothy. And it's always something negative. But Timmy don't come to me about David. Timmy don't got nothing to say about David. That's how strongly Timmy cut him off. He don't even pay attention to him unless it's just work related. And David know that. And it bothers David so bad. It bothers him so much. Because when David see Timmy talking to other people, he gets jealous. Yeah, I see everything. And so here's the thing. When people who see that, they fall for David tactics when David pull them in the cut and always got something to say or want something negative in the air about Timmy. They fall for it and they believe it, or they run with it and they stop dealing with Timmy on some shenanigan what David is talking about. Why? Because these people are fools. These people are stupid. And then when David leave or whatever, now it's just them and Timmy. And now they're stupid, stuck on stupid because they ain't got nothing to say. Because Timmy already peeped the Smitty. Timothy already peeped what just happened. So Timmy went on about his business and just cut you off too. See, that's what David wanted. David don't want Timmy to communicate with nobody else since he can't communicate with Timmy. And every other dodo don't see that, so they fall for David's tactics. People pleasing. Why? Because they stupid. Instead of them just saying, look, whatever. Look, I don't see no problem with, Timmy. It is what it is. Or they just ignoring it. You don't have to say nothing. You don't have to be part of the shenanigan. Just don't say nothing. Just don't deal with it. Just don't be part of it. You don't have to change who you are for that dodo. You already know why this dodo always got some negative to say about Timmy. That's grammar schoolish. And we're talking about adults 40 plus. I dealt with that in high school. I dealt with that in grammar school with people coming to me, telling me about her, telling me about him. And I'd be like, look, get out my ear. I don't have no problem with this person. And me and that person became best friends. And the dodos or dodo, they used to always come to me to try to manipulate me not to have a problem with that person. They got mad at me. They'll get mad at me for not listening to them and carrying on with what they talking about because I didn't have a problem with such and such. So, man, that person became cool. You see what I'm saying? But this is what I'm talking about. As adults, when you cut people off, they become obsessed with your whole being because your strength exposes their insecurity. So they try to get everybody else against you. That's what makes them feel complete until they leave or until you leave. It makes them feel complete because when you're there dealing with other people, not them, they feel lost. They feel left out. They feel ashamed. Within that brain, they're delusional. So they feel that they also look shameful because you're chatting or laughing with other co-workers. It's deep. God let us know that that's what they're doing. God, I'm telling you, people don't understand this. Right quick. God's children, people, for if you don't know, FYI, God's children has godly wisdom, meaning also discernment, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, the whole package deal. So anything somebody is doing in the cut, you could be hiding somewhere. Anything somebody could be doing about us, the anointing, we are going to sense it immediately. The thing with us, we're not crying about it. We're not whining about it. We're not going to be bringing it up to us on why you talking about me? Why you doing that? Why you got this person against me? We don't do that. We don't care, but we know what's going on. Hey, sometimes the envy dodo would do it while we can know and see, as if it's supposed to change our strength, as if it's supposed to change our mind on how we are living and how we choose to cut them off. No, we gain more strength because these people are letting us know that we are bothering them. I have someone who is habitually intimidated of my movement because I don't deal with them no more. They miss me. They miss me. They miss my company. I'm not spending time on no one who don't want to deal with me. I'm not trying to make them feel some type of way. I'm not trying to get people to be against them. I don't care who they live with. I don't care who they move on with. I don't care who they laugh and chat with. That's their thing. I don't care. But see, the jealousy is because they know that they missed a good thing, baby. They know they messed up with the anointing one. They miss you. If you ever had a coworker or a dodo who always got some negative to say with you because you cut them out, and even after you cut them off, they're obsessed with you. They can't keep their eyes off of you. They can't stop bringing up these little negative tactics towards other co-workers about you. They are obsessed. They become deadly obsessed over you because you, once again, people, your strength exposes their insecurities, their shame at this point. But you stay strong. Don't let that bother you. God allows you to see that for a reason. It's just to strengthen you more. It's just to give you more reason to continue to cut other dodos off. And it's just the repercussions of what goes on with them after you cut them off. Once again, people who decide to be manipulated by those you cut off, they become their own enemy. They become their own enemy because when you notice that they don't deal with you no more or choose not to deal with you or treat you some type of way because of their tactics, now you cut them off. Even though that's what the envy dodo want in the first place. But so what? Give them what they want. If these people are being manipulated by them to treat you some type of way because of jealousy, then cut them off too. And then later on, they're going to want to talk with you. They're going to want to go back to the same deal after that dodo leave. But no, you are your own enemy. I'm not dealing with you no more either because you're not going to treat me and be manipulated by someone who don't like me. And then when that person leave, then you can he with me. No, you're an adult and you have to think for yourself and you have to see the shenanigans for what it is. I make people grow up. Yes, I do. I make people think about their actions. That's why they can't stand me. I make people grow up when they don't want to. When I'm around and they're in my presence, yes, the power that God has given me to help train these grown kids, they have no choice but to grow up in my presence. Shalom.